Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the GOVC Sports Network for today's NCAA baseball contest between the visiting Missouri Western Griffins and your Maryville University Saints. My name is Jacob Walton. Alongside me today, Kyler Messenger. Good day here for baseball here in Midwest, Kyler. Saints coming to this one 6-7, have yet to see action in the GOVC. Griffins come in having a rough start to the year, 2-15. Kyler, what are going to be the keys to the game for the Saints coming into this one?
Yeah, Jacob, welcome in. The Saints are going to have to kick the offensive power off at the beginning of the game. They're going to have to continue that through the whole game. We're looking at a Saints squad that is coming off a hot offensive game when they played Hillside 2 games ago. Now, they lost their last game to Emporia 18-5. As we look at the starting lineup coming up to bat for the Griffins, but we're looking at a starting second baseman from Maryville, Andrew Gould, coming off 2 home runs in 2 straight games, Jacob. This young man, the freshman, has hit a grand slam against Hillsdale. And when he pinch hit, he didn't get the start against Emporia State their last game. He came in and pinch hit and hit another home run.
Sam Cardwell on the bump for the Saints. We'll talk about the defense here in a second. He's ready. 2:57 on the clock. First pitch is a ball outside, officially underway here in the Midwest. As I said before, Sam Cardwell will look to change his fortunes. A rough start last time out. He gets a start today against a struggling Griffin squad, as he evens it up 1-1. His defense, part of that defense you mentioned, Andrew Gould, he's at second. The other part of the middle infield is Aris Stolt, Cole Chrisman, and Cameron Macon at the corners, and Josh Herget behind the plate makes up the batter as that one's lifted. Shallow left field, in on it, Steve Schneider. Oh, bounce in front of him, get past him. And that's going to be a hit and an error out in left. Going to be a leadoff double for the Griffins.
Just a short little bloop hit there. So they get a leadoff bat. You see him hit the dab on second base, a little celebration out there. It was just right in between. Stolte and Schneider, Jacob. Stolte over there at short, and Schneider over there in left field, getting his first start that we've seen so far in a few games. That ball just hard to play.
As you said, it's first start of the season for Steve Schneider. We've seen him in pinch run situations. We've seen him come in as a pinch hitter. He's been productive in the moments that he's seen the field. A sophomore coming in this one. Other parts of the outfield, Ambrose Russo, out in center field, and then Camden Ruby in right field. That's the defense for the Saints. Runner on second after the leadoff double by Blake Veneman. Lifted center field, Ambrose Russo takes a few steps back, see if the runner challenges him. He will. Throw on a line, not cut off by Stolte, and that's one gone, and the runner does advance.
Productive out right there by Anthony Taggart. Number 2 hitter there. The leadoff hitter, Blake Veneman, the team leader in the average, always getting on base, does it again, and advances to third base by a pop fly by Taggart.
Now Quinn Gundelfinger, the shortstop. Something I mentioned pregame with you was Veneman, leadoff DH. Something you don't really see a whole lot. Kind of the DH reserve for the power bat. The guy's going to bring home a lot of runs, but hey, on-base machine, got to keep his bat in the lineup.
Yeah, as I said before, Veneman, their leadoff hitter, who is on third base right now. Team leader in average. He's batting .362 so far throughout this 2025 season. So Veneman's somebody who is familiar with the Bates pass so far this season.
Lifted right field, Camden Ruby under it. Will they challenge Ruby? Yes, they will. Throw home. Not in time. First run of the ball game for the Griffins comes after 2 productive outs.
Ruby makes the catch out there in right field, gets the throw in, and the throw honestly was there in time, but it was just a little bit far off of home plate for Hergert there to handle. Tag was applied, but it looked like Veneman just slid a little bit outside of that one. So Veneman scores his 11th run of the season.
And that will bring up Frank Gall, the center fielder, with 1 run already scored here off of Cardwell. Soft ground ball, Aris Stolte across the body, and he beats it out. Infield single for Frank Gall on the first pitch.
Frank Gall, team leader in stolen bases, runs that one out at first base. Gall has stolen 12 bases so far this year, so I'm sure it's on the Saints' radar. I'm sure they're going to be watching that for him to get on second, but something you see there, him running out that soft low ground ball to Stolte. Stolte with a great play, athletic, just couldn't get the throw there in time.
And it kind of jam-shotted him a little bit, did Gall, just enough spin to kind of make it a tough do-or-die play for Stolte. Stolte's had an impressive glove at short this season. Stepped up in a big role when Jason Burton went down with injury, the Indiana State transfer, and Stolte's not given up that job since he's earned it.
Swing and a miss on that one. We saw the pickoff attempt on the first pitch there, over there on first, as we were saying before. Gall, the team leader in stolen bases, so something definitely on the radar for Caldwell. Definitely something in Evers' report here for Maryville.
And the home plate umpire will make sure he engages.
Jacob, he just issued a warning to Sam Caldwell over there on the mound. No balk called, but a warning issued to him.
Gall caught napping. Chrisman throws it away, and Gall will head to second.
Caldwell, great pickoff move there. Caught Gall sleeping. Looked like he was going to steal on that one. He took off for second. Got caught in a perfect situation for Maryville. They got 2 outs. They were hoping to get a pickle situation, get Gall out, and get back in here and bat. But they could not do that. Gall advances to second.
First error of the day tagged to Cole Chrisman. Chrisman spent a lot of time in right field this past weekend as Saints welcomed in Emporia and Hillsdale. Now getting a start at first base with Herget behind the plate. Breaking ball inside, 1-1 now.
Sam Caldwell up here pitching, looking at his second start of the season so far. There's 1 ball, 1 strike. So to see that one popped out, but that one's going to be out of play. So that ball, a foul ball, gives Caldwell a 1-2 count, a pitcher's count. Jackson Bryant up here, up to bat for the Missouri Western Griffins. Missouri Western and Maryville have played 5 total times in the school's D2 baseball history. Maryville has lost 3 of those contests. Missouri Western is 3-2 against Maryville all time. Last time they played was last year in April, and Missouri Western came across with the win on that ball, on that game, as we look at Bryant up to bat here with a 1-2 count still. Frank Gall on second, getting a hefty lead, forcing Gould to hang over there on second. Here's the pitch from Caldwell. Off speed, strike 3. That is going to be the 3rd out of the inning for Maryville, and they are going to go into the break here down 1-0. We're going to see what the Saints can do as Russo starts the team up to bat. You are watching the GLVC SN.
And leading off for your Saints, the center fielder, Ambrose Russo.
Welcome back into the Weber baseball field here in St. Louis, Missouri, the home of the Maryville Saints. We're looking at a matchup between the Missouri Western Griffins and the Maryville Saints. Bottom of the first inning here, Maryville down 1-0. Here's the pitch from John Stanley. 1-0 count to Ambrose Russo. John Stanley, a senior transfer from Fort Scott Community College here, making the start for the Griffins. So Ambrose goes down 1-1. We're coming from a top of the first inning where Missouri Western scored the first run of the game. A couple productive outs coming from the team's leadoff batters, advancing the runners on 2 sac flies.
And the Saints will look to respond in their own way with their leadoff bat, Ambrose Russo. As I've talked about a long time this season, Lindenwood transfer has been a very solid force at the top of this lineup. As he lifts that one right field, back at the track at the wall. See ya! Second time this season, Ambrose Russo has gone yard to start a ball game.
Right on cue, Jacob. Just as you mentioned, the powerful bat that Russo has been at the top of the lineup. Skies that one to right field. Anthony Taggart going, looking back at the warning track, and just had to watch that one go. 345 over the right field wall. Ambrose Russo ties the game up. So we look at the second batter of the game, Cam Macon. John Stanley gives up a lead-off home run here to the Maryville Saints.
And that's what you talked about earlier in this contest is the Saints have to get on the offense early. They have to be aggressive early. That's what kind of killed them against the Hornets in both of those ball games. They got in early deficits and were unable to really respond and dug themselves out of a very large hole.
Jacob, it looks like to me Macon is laying down a bunt here. He's attempting to at least. Just look at a 1-1 count. Macon on the last 2 pitches has shown bunt, so we'll see what comes here on this third pitch of the AB. Ball in the dirt. Russo, the lead-off batter, Jacob, right on cue as you were talking about his power to start this team off. Hits his 4th home run of the season.
Stanley deals, ball inside. Macon, once again, starting at third. Obviously, the Saints are battered in the infield. Both Brady Kindheart, Gavin Shocker down with injury. Macon, a second baseman by trade, getting the signal to move to third as he works a walk after the Russo home run.
So Macon starts off that AB showing bunt.
At the bat, the first baseman, Cole.
And ends up getting on first due to a walk. So 2 batters here for the Maryville Saints and 2 straight base runners, one being a home run from Ambrose Russo, and Cam Macon gets a walk. So Cole Chrisman is up to bat here.
First pitch is a ball inside to Chrisman.
Second start here for Stanley on the season so far. Jacob, Stanley did not last a full inning the last time he did start the game. So something that Maryville definitely has on their radar as they start the game with no outs. We're looking at the third batter faced by Stanley.
You talk about that. Sam Cardwell for the Saints had a similar fate against Drury, only getting 2 outs in the first. So these are 2 pitchers looking for a redemption, both giving up a run in the first. Runner goes, Macon slides in, and stolen base for Cameron Macon. Two and one count now.
2-1 count on Chrisman. That is Macon's 3rd stolen base so far of the year. Macon getting his 3rd straight start at third base. We saw him against the Hillsdale Chargers getting his 1st start at third base. Now he's on a 3-game streak of starting over there on the hot corner. Talked about it, Jacob, a little bit of injuries. Unfortunately, the Saints have had And another pass ball is going to advance Macon another base. Macon getting 2 straight stolen bases. I believe I just said that was Macon's 3rd stolen base of the year. Let me correct myself. Now he has 5. That was his 4th to get the first one. Now Macon with 5 stolen bases on the year.
Already an arm up in the Griffins' pen. Stanley with a runner in scoring position. Deals. Count moves full. Still nobody gone here in the first. The 3-2 from Stanley, still facing Chrisman. They stay alive. Infield from left to right, Bryant, Gunderfinger, Anderson, and Robertson. Behind the plate, Myers. Gindy's, Gall, and Taggart left to right in the outfield. They'll do the full count again, and he loses him.
Second walk of the inning so far here for John Staley.
Up to the plate, the catcher, Josh Herget.
Over we go, the 4-hole bat, and Josh Herget. Spent a lot of time at first base this season, gets a start behind the dish. They've been splitting time between him and Matthew Chewy Arnold.
We're going to see a mound visit here from, we're not going to see a mound visit, let me correct myself. The team is visiting over here for Stanley. No mound visit from head coach Damian Stamberski. But as you mentioned earlier, Jacob, there is a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, so something to monitor here. Stanley, not a single out recorded as we look at the 4th batter up in the Saints lineup, Josh Herget. And there's a pass ball. Macon diving, and he's going to be called safe. Gets under the tag as Stanley protests that one. Chases him, thought that maybe he didn't touch home plate.
And Stanley visibly frustrated after that.
Looked like he gave the umpire a little look of frustration on that one. Hands out.
You could pretty easily say him go, what? It was a pretty close call at home plate, but I do think it was the right one, making an excellent base runner.
Yeah,
now, Chrisman at second.
You hear the phrase all the time, tie goes to the runner, Jacob, and that one you couldn't even use right there because that ball most definitely outbeat Macon. You know, the catcher, as another pass ball goes by, and Chrisman's going to advance to third. So we're looking at Maryville, 2 runs with a runner on third and no outs here. But as I was saying, 2 pass balls there by Stanley. Catcher could not handle it.
And a bad start last time out for Stanley, turning to a bad start today. He looked to have that get-me-back start, and it's just not having it thus far. Stanley, the pitch, ball high, as he's behind 3-0 on Chrisman. And for a 2-15 Griffin squad, this is probably not the start you'd imagined in your trip to St. Louis.
Definitely not. And there is a strike right there, so Stanley doesn't walk another batter just yet. You mentioned the Griffins record, Jacob. This team historically is, as we mentioned earlier, a winning team against Maryville. They have won 3 out of their 5 contests in history. Stanley throws another strike.
Now it moves full. Runner at third is Chrisman. Shaded slightly to the pull side for the righty Herget. Big gap through the right side as Stanley deals. Lifted, left field, Gindy's. We'll see it drop in front of him, and it'll hit the wall. Chrisman scores. That's going to be a hit and an error on the left fielder, and Gindy's misplaying that ball.
Stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, Jacob, we see left fielder Tyler Gertis on that one. It looked like he almost tried to backhand that ball in left field. Got over him, took a nasty bounce on the turf as Herget gets a bases clearing double. Still no outs recorded here for John Stanley of the Griffins. Saints go up 3-1.
Ground ball, Gundelfinger across the diamond. Great pick by Robertson for the first out.
Beautiful pick there. You see Stanley give some appreciation to Robertson. Needed that out bad. Still only one down with a runner in scoring position. The right fielder, Ruby, comes up to bat.
Ruby's been moved all around the outfield, seeing time in left and right field. First at bat for him today. Rips the first pitch up the middle. Will they send him? Yes, they will. Going home, the runner, Herget, scores, and it's a 4-run first inning for the Saints.
4 runs and counting. We have seen the first 4 batters of the game score a run. Stolte comes up to bat for the Saints, and another RBI for the Saints here in the first inning.
Eris Stolte, the shortstop, now up.
Swing and a miss there from Stolte. Stolte batting .333 so far this season. His average is .333. Stolte having a really, really solid season here for the Saints so far. Defense and offense.
Behind 0-1 on the struggling Stanley. And breaking ball not even close. And you have to feel for John Stanley on the mound a little bit. Got roughed up his last time out and cannot get anything going against the Saints team that would love to come away with a win and move back to 500 on the year. The 1-1. And same pitch and same location, way high and outside.
Another breaking ball there, Jacob, from John Stanley. The pitch just has not fallen for him today as he looks at his pitch count and sees what he's going to throw next. Stanley not being able to find the zone, and when he has been getting teed off. Looking to find his groove right here as he throws.
And gets a piece of Stolte as another Saint reaches.
Just scraped Stolte on that one. Stolte didn't look really affected by that one at all. Maybe it grazed his T-shirt, it grazed his jersey, but contact is contact as Stolte gets on base.
And that'll bring up the speedy left fielder, Steve Schneider. But before we see Steve Schneider, we're going to take a break for a pitching change. Stanley's day is done. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the GOVC Sports Network. John Stanley's day is done before he records more than one out. We'll take a look at his line as he leaves. He leaves 2 runners on. 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 batters faced, just under 30 pitches. He leaves with 1 out. And the new pitcher coming into the ball game is number 35, Colby Deaver. Comes into this one a 9.22 ERA from Blue Springs, Missouri. A freshman, 6'3". He'll try to get the Griffins out of this rather tough first inning.
Steven Schneider up to bat here for the Saints, getting his first nod this year, first start this year for Steven Schneider, playing out in left field. Here's his first at-bat as a starter in the 2025 season.
They check on the runner at second. Great save by Anderson, the second baseman. Prevents an error from Deaver.
Deaver comes in, throws one ball, and then almost a pass ball over there on his pickoff move to second. Got to be careful here with Schneider up to bat. Still only one out for the Griffins.
High chopper, Gundelfinger cut off by Bryant. And now there's 2 outs. Both runners advance.
Said the phrase before, we'll say it again, Jacob. That one we're going to call a productive out by Schneider. Ground out to the third baseman, but both runners advance. Situations like that, with 1 out, you might see a throw over to second, but that ball got a piece of the ground pretty early, was high in the air. Schneider almost beats it out, but he doesn't. And Andrew Gould is up.
Now the young, dare we say, power bat at this point of Andrew Gould. Obviously, you talked about it in the open. Andrew Gould, a grand slam, his first career home run against Hillsdale, and then a pinch hit opportunity against the Emporia State Hornets with ball game pretty much over and decided at that point. Takes a 2-1 fastball deep to left center field for his second home run of the day, a 3-run shot that time. So in one day, he's went from 0 to 2 home runs as he's up 2-0.
Powering swing there by Gould. Gould's older brother, Matthew, on the staff of Maryville as an assistant coach, a former player, now working for the team. Yeah, Jacob, we talked about it. Gould, 2 home runs in the last 2 games, and one of them was in 1 inning of play. Gould hit a grand slam against Hillsdale and then did not get the start in the next game in their doubleheader on Sunday against Emporia State. Gould took that one personal when he came in to pinch hit and hit another home run. So he's definitely looking to capitalize on that here as the last batter in the lineup for the Saints.
2-2 count from Deaver. And they'll call time.
Looks like an umpire's time on that one, confirming counts. Umpire behind the pitcher and umpire behind the catcher discussing. Now you see Stamberski and the umpire exchanging words.
Sound like he said something about the pitch clock. As now the umpires will converge. Still a 2-2 count for the young Andrew Gould. Runner at second is Ayers Stolte. Camden Irby at third base. Saints have already scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first. It all started with that Ambrose Russo lead-off bomb to right center. And has since pretty much snowballed from there, Kyler, all the way to the 9-hole here in the first. A good sign if you're a Saints fan.
Yeah, Jacob, starting the game off with a leadoff home run, as you mentioned that we saw from Ambrose Russo, just picture-perfect start for Russo, picture-perfect start that Coach Pat Evers would definitely want to see in every game if possible. It's hard to come back from that. We already see the second pitcher in the game here for the Griffins.
In midweek action as well, it's always tough. Your bullpens are tired. Your pitchers are tired. Your players are tired, especially traveling up here to St. Louis. And now you have to use a lot of arms to get through this one as the 2-2 fouled back.
Missouri Western, obviously here in Missouri, school located in St. Joseph, Missouri. Little bit of a drive down here to St. Louis.
Missouri Western in an always tough 1-8 MIAA. They come in 1-8 in the league. As that one's ripped, lined right to Gundelfinger, and that will be the 3rd out. And the inning is finally over for the Griffins, and 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on. Saints will be back on defense when we return on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you back to St. Louis as we look at Sam Caldwell pitching here for the Saints. First pitch strike to Tyson Gertis. Gertis, the starting left fielder today for the Griffins. Sam Caldwell, starting pitcher, getting his second inning here of work as he throws a breaking ball, slider down in the zone. Gertis could not handle that one. So 0-2 count here for Sam Caldwell. Here comes the delivery. That one outside, looking for a swing on that one. Caldwell wanted it, but will not get it. Gertis 1-2. We look at Sam Caldwell's delivery, his style of pitching, almost reminiscing of Tim Lincecum, old San Francisco Giants pitcher, pitched in the 2011 World Series. As he gets the strikeout right there, Caldwell gets the first out of the inning for Maryville.
Stepping up to the plate, the first baseman, Quentin Robertson.
Quentin Robertson coming up to bat for the Griffins. We are in the top of the second inning, a 5-run first inning combined from both of these teams. Maryville scoring 4 runs due to multiple runs, multiple hits, but really due to a leadoff home run by Ambrose Russo. Starting center fielder today for the Maryville. As Caldwell continues to pitch, first pitch ball. The next pitch to Robertson. Grounded over there to first base, and Chrisman handles that one. Easy grounder over there to first. Throw that ball around the diamond, and that is going to be the second out for Maryville. Caldwell, first 2 batters faced, first 2 outs.
Cole Chrisman responds after an error in the first inning on a failed pickoff. Makes a solid play for the second out of the inning.
We got Logan Myers up to bat as Caldwell throws. First pitch strike for Myers. Jacob, I want to ask your opinion on this. What do you think of Caldwell's delivery style, kind of reminiscing of Tim Lincecum?
God, that's a dangerous comparison when you think about how Tim Lincecum's career went, as they're going to make Myers switch bats, I believe. I don't know if his bat went through bat testing or not.
Myers talking to the umpire a little bit.
Director of baseball operations here, Frosty, Connor Frost, handling that for the Saints squad. He does a great job with it. Guessing there was not a sticker on it, as now there's another conversation between umpires, and this is the second time they've had to have a meeting within the inning.
I mean, interesting type of stuff we're seeing. Not often do you see an umpire mid-AB tell the guy to put his bat back in the dugout. We're going to resume play, though. Still 2 outs here for Maryville. Sam Caldwell pitching the DeSmet graduate.
But as you said, yeah, Cardwell with kind of a very whippy, I guess best way of describing it, delivery. The comparison to Tim Lincecum, not a bad one, not nearly as over the top in its release, but still very almost Coyle-esque.
So we see the next pitch here from Cardwell. Breaking ball popped up, but that one out of play. See Josh Hergert behind the dish. Hergert playing his second straight game at catcher. Cole Chrisman over there at first. Sometimes Hergert's playing at first, sometimes at third, sometimes at catcher. Maryville, a very versatile offense, even with being plagued with injuries as they are right now, able to fill the spots with solid players. 0-2 pitch from Cardwell, gets contact, grounded out to Gould, makes the play. It's going to be 3 up and 3 down for Maryville as they continue their 4-1 lead here. We'll be right back in the bottom of the second. You are watching the GLVC Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Weber baseball field. Maryville up to bat with their starting lineup. So we see a first inning where Maryville scores 4 runs. Right back to the starting lineup here in the second inning. It's a pitch to Russo. Going to go for a strike. Russo in his last at-bat homers to right center field. Takes one deep off the starting pitcher, John Stanley, who has since been pulled. The second pitch to Russo goes into left field. It's not going to be a blooper. It's going to be playable for the left fielder, and that is going to be an out.
Stanley was only able to get one out in the bottom of the first. As now we see Deaver come in, and he's been effective since he's come into it. That's the third out he's recorded.
Cam Macon up to bat now. Here's the delivery from Deaver. Fouled off by Macon. Jacob, we mentioned it, John Stanley, the senior, getting the start today, but not being able to make it out of the first inning, replaced by Colby Deaver. So Macon swings on that one. Deaver, a freshman from Blue Springs, Missouri. He has started in one game so far. And this one, although it's not a start, gets the nod in the first inning. So they're hoping Deaver can put some innings up. So that one goes outside. First ball here to Macon in this count is 1-2. Here's Deaver. A little bit too high. Brings the high heat, but that one not going to be called a strike. 2-2 count here to Cameron Macon.
Macon has been readying to bunt early in counts. We've seen that a lot this weekend. Sends a ball foul. Macon used his legs this last time up, swiped the bag, moved on a wild pitch, and then eventually scored on another wild pitch.
Here is the 5th pitch in the at-bat to Cam Macon. Popped up, looking at the infield. You see the shortstop call it, and he is going to make that play. Gundelfinger over there at short, and Maryville, first 2 up are going to go down as Cole Chrisman comes up to bat.
Cole Chrisman, a home run, a big one at that against Hillsdale, the second of 2 grand slams the Saints hit in that ball game. Watches ball one, nearly grazes him.
Jacob, we talked about it earlier. We saw Andrew Gould hit his first home run of his career, first grand slam, and then followed by Cole Chrisman. Saw his teammate, younger brother of assistant coach Michael Gould, hit a grand slam and had to one-up him, hit another one. That game we saw, we don't have the exact stat, but almost a record-breaking amount of times that the Maryville Saints had the bases loaded. It seemed like they had the bases loaded every time they were up to bat.
It was ludicrous on how many times the Saints had the bases loaded. I think we ended up counting 5-6 times. It was a lot. As that ball lined right, Gundelfinger, great diving grab to end the inning.
Diving play there by Gundelfinger to take the Griffins back into the dugout. No damage done here for either squad as we hold at 4-1. You are watching the GLVC SN as we head into break. We'll come back in the top of the 3rd.
9, 1, and 2 in the Griffins' order here in the top of the third as Sam Cardwell still stays on the bump. First pitch sent foul down the first base line. Anderson's first crack at Caldwell. Caldwell with 2 strikeouts on the day thus far. Already a better start than his start against Drury. As he evens it up now, makes it 0-2, excuse me.
Anderson batting .204 here on the season so far in 2025. Looking to get another rip at this one as he goes down 0-2.
And third strikeout of the day for Sam Caldwell as he retires the 9th batter in the Griffins' order. That'll bring up Blake Veneman, the DH who reached in his first at-bat.
Blake Anderson strikes out for the 10th time so far this season. As you said, Jacob brings up Veneman, who did reach in his first at-bat, the team leader in average.
Lefty-righty matchup. As he'll reach once again, gets beamed by the first pitch, a breaking ball just a bit too inside, clips Veneman. As that'll bring up the right fielder now, Anthony Taggart. How many times has Veneman been hit by a pitch this season, Tyler?
It's going to be his 4th time right there, Jacob. 3 before this game, and now for the 4th time. Reaches on base.
On-base machine, that Blake Veneman. As he is now a stolen base threat over on the first base side. Big lead. Chrisman covering. No move from Caldwell as he nearly beans the second straight batter.
Yeah, the senior Cardwell needs to find the zone right here. Hitting a batter, obviously not something that he predicted, not something that he wanted to do. That last pitch got away from him again. Hoping to come find the zone right here.
As they check on Veneman over at first. The 1-0. Caldwell to Taggart. Cardwell, excuse me. Ball low.
Taggart fouls that one off, hits the catcher's mask on its way to the backstop. Cardwell gets a strike on this at-bat, so it is a 2-1 count here to Taggart. Veneman on first, a junior, taking his lead. It's a pick off from Cardwell. Tag applied by Chrisman, but not in time. It's the second time Cardwell has checked up on Veneman in this at-bat. Only thrown 3 pitches to Taggart. Gets his count right here, gets his call. The 2-1 goes down the middle for a strike. So Cardwell goes up 2-2 here. It's Anthony Taggart. Veneman gets his lead. And checks on him again. 3rd time in this at-bat that Cardwell has checked on a leadoff batter. And you see why here, Jacob. Veneman on first base getting a lead before Cardwell steps foot on the mound. Playing a little bit of mind games and definitely in the thoughts of the Saints right now. We've seen him.
As he goes, they'll send him back to first after the foul ball. This is a Griffins team that does run the bases well. Coming into this one, they're 28 of 42 on the base pass. They will go. You saw Frank Gall earlier. He's 12 of 13. He leads him in stolen bases as Veneman goes once again. Throw down from Herget. Does he get him? No, he does not. That'll fill up the count as well.
Lots and lots of close calls going on today here in St. Louis. That's the 3rd close call that we've seen. All the correct calls, though. We trust in the umpire's judgment as we see the next pitch from Cardwell. Runner on second. Taggart faces a full count.
The payoff from Cardwell. And he sits him down looking. 2 gone now. in the top of the third. As a reminder, this is a 9-inning contest here on Tuesday.
Now up to bat, the shortstop, Quinn Gundelfinger.
That'll bring up the shortstop and Quinn Gundelfinger. Dare I say, I think he wins name of the day.
Would have to say so, Jacob. I think you always have a threat for name on the day when you're announcing the home team Maryville Saints with Eris Stolte over there at shortstop. Pretty cool name in my opinion, but the opposing team's also shortstop, Quinn Gundelfinger, coming in for Jacob's name of the day.
As he watches strike one to bring it 1-1 now. Veneman still a big lead off of second base. Lifted. Right field. Ruby back at the track. No, Russo, excuse me. He'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. As Sam Cardwell gets through another clean inning, it'll be Herget, Long, and Ruby when we return here on the GOBC Sports Network. Josh Herget will lead off the bottom of the third, followed by Michael Long and Camden Ruby. An arm up in the Saints pin for Sam Cardwell, just in case he works into trouble at Noah Line Gang. Shout out to his parents for coming over, making sure we get Noah Line Gang pronounced correctly. Deaver still on the bump. First pitch, a breaking ball. Slid past Herget.
Deaver in here for the Griffins, a Griffins Missouri Western State team just itching for a win. Only 2 on the season, as we mentioned before, Jacob. A 2-15 squad, 1 win at their home stadium, and 1 win in the away game. So they're looking for their second here, but they are down 4-1.
As now Deaver gets ahead of Herget. Herget, one of the RBIs in this contest. He's 1 for 1, and now 1 for 2 after a strikeout. That'll bring up Michael Long, who comes into this one. Ofer was a ground-out victim his first time up.
Michael Long, very familiar with this team. The grad senior, returning senior, was here last year.
As first pitch lined, unable to be corralled by Gundelfinger at short. That's going to be an infield single.
Gundelfinger looks like he hopped almost 50 inches on the ground on that one. And honestly, Jacob, it looked like he almost overjumped it as it popped out of his glove on the way down. Michael Long reaches first base. Brings up Camden Ruby next for the Saints.
Camden Ruby with a runner on first, 1 gone. Deaver's pitch. First pitch swinging. Gall at the track. Sees it bounce off the wall. Going first to third. Getting a stop sign at third. Michael Long. It's a stand-up double for Camden Ruby.
Camden Ruby with the double.
I thought that one had a little bit more legs to it off the bat.
I think Gall did in center field, too. It almost looked like to me that he was looking up, but that one just hits the fence just a little bit short. Is Camden Ruby's first double on the year, Jacob.
Camden Ruby has been expected to be a big part of this offense this season as Eris Stolte, shortstops, now up with 2 runners in scoring position. Big gap through the right side as their shifted pull on the righty Stolte. Stolte had his first extra base hit of the season this past weekend. Ball in the dirt. Myers loses it but finds it quickly. Wild pitches killed, just absolutely killed John Stanley. Deaver has not struggled with that just yet. Ground ball. Bryant throws home, hits. Long, he'll score. Ruby goes to third.
That brings Maryville up with a score of 5-1. Jacob, that ball hitting Michael Long on his way home, as you said. Just an odd throw there from the third baseman, having to maneuver his way out of the baseline and just doesn't do it enough. Michael Long, nothing he can do there. He stayed in baseline, threw the ball mid-slide and hit him in the back. So Maryville goes up 5-1. Eris Stolte on first. Camden Ruby on third. And here's Schneider up to bat. Showing bunt right here. Deaver picks off on first. Stolte dives back, and he's going to be safe.
You have one too many hits.
Griffins, getting the sign from coach. A first and a third runners on situation here with 1 out. You know there has to be some sort of communication and practice about what you do in these type of situations. They pick it off 2 times in a row.
They know Stolte is liable to go. Ruby with speed at third as well. Let's talk about speed. You got Steve Schneider at the plate. Was described as one of the fastest players in the GLVC by one Michael Gould. Fresh 0-0 count. First pitch low in the dirt. Good stop by Myers.
We talked about it. This is Steve Schneider's first start of the season here, Jacob. No starts, and you talked about the speedster. Does have 2 stolen bases. Schneider hoping to get on base right here to add another one.
Runner goes. Stolte. Throw high. Does not get him. Nearly a great tag by Gundelfinger.
Can still call that a great tag. He jumped in the air and grabbed Stolte on his back. Tag was most definitely applied. That is not the reason Stolte was called safe. But Stolte
Quick
just beats that
replay
one
of
out.
it. Take a look at Gundelfinger getting airtime. Stolte in by a hair. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss from Schneider. Now 2 runners in scoring position. 1 run already scored this inning. Saints with 5 hits to the Griffins, 2. Each squad with an error. Ball low for those scoring at home. That last play from Eris Stolte was scored a fielder's choice. No error on the throw from third. As 3-1 on Schneider. Empty base at first. Turns full. Bare hand grab by Myers behind the plate. On the bounce back.
Full count here to Schneider. Colby Deaver, 7 strikeouts on the year, looking to get his 8th one right now.
Deaver deals. And he will get the strikeout. And that will retire Schneider in the second out of the inning.
There's number 8 for Deaver on the season as we look at 2 outs here for the Missouri Western Griffins.
And Andrew Gould left 2 runners on his first plate appearance. He's at risk of doing it again. See if his fortunes change here in his second crack at Deaver. Saints and Pat Evers have a lot of faith in the younger Andrew Gould. Watches strike 1. Harris Stolte, nobody keeping him honest at second, has a big lead. Skied way high in the infield. Gundelfinger under it. He'll glove it, and the Saints can only scratch across one run in the bottom of the third. It'll be Gall, Bryant, and Gerties. When we return here, you watch Maryville Baseball on the GOBC Sports Network.
Leading off for the Griffins, the top of the fourth, the center fielder, Frank Gall.
Here we are back at the Weber baseball field. Your score is 5-1, Maryville's way. So look at the first pitch here to Frank Gall. The lefty takes it for a strike. First pitch strike for Sam Cardwell. Getting the nod for his fourth straight inning. Here's the pitch. That one taken for a ball from Gall. Comes the delivery from Cardwell. And that Gall pieces that one to left field. Schneider's going back, and that one is over the head of Steven Schneider in left field. A lead-off home run for Frank Gall. It's going to be his second home run in his second straight game. Gall now has a home run in his last two games. Missouri Western gets on the board again. A lead-off home run here in the top of the fourth from Frank Gall. Sam Cardwell on the mound gives up his second earned run. He faces the next batter, Jackson Bryant. And Bryant gets a piece of that one going to the left field wall. And that one over the fence, but called foul.
Oh, that one sounded loud.
Jackson Bryant absolutely crushed that ball off the bat. Saw it the whole way. Just a little bit too antsy about it, a little bit ahead of it, and pulls it left.
He got all of that one, just a hair foul.
I mean, Jacob, almost two straight home runs. Just a pitch from Cardwell. Ball one outside.
Cardwell trying to change eye levels with an outside slider.
Here comes the 1-1. Pieced up and taken foul. Bryant gets a hold of a second ball this at-bat, but both being in foul territory, he faces a 1-2 count. Last AB we are coming off of resulted in a Frank Gall home run. No outs here in the top of the fourth. The delivery. No good from Cardwell. 2-2 count here. You see Aristolte back there at shortstop. Looking for a ball here from Bryant, the righty. Here's the pitch, off speed, and that one taken foul again. So Cardwell catches him with the off speed. And Bryant makes contact for the third time this at-bat. Left fielder Tyson Gurdis, on deck for the Griffins. Griffins playing from behind. And there is a piece of that one out to right field. Ruby looks back and falls under it. Jackson Bryant flies out to right field for the first out here of the inning.
Tyson Gurdis.
Take a look back at that Frank Gall home run that we saw that opened this inning. The lefty pieced that ball to left field. An Oppo Taco home run. As we look at it right here. There's the swing from Gall. Took that one out. Not coming back. First pitch was called a strike here for Cardwell. And there is a hit, and that one over the glove of Stolte goes into left center. Gurdis rounds first, goes into second, stand up. Look at that play. Stolte's glove came off on that one. An absolute rocket off of the bat of Gurdis. Still one out, a runner on second now for the Griffins. That brings up Quentin Robertson. 2 hits so far this inning now for Missouri Western. Down 3 runs here to Maryville. Here's Cardwell hoping to make an inning comeback.
Griffins finally get an answer after the Saints plated 5 unanswered runs.
A powering swing from Robertson. No connection. Mentioned it again, we saw a leadoff home run from Gall. His 3rd home run so far in 2025 for the lefty. This game was begun by Maryville's Ambrose Russo, who's out in center field right now, who led off the game with a home run, his 4th of the year. Sam Cardwell here to pitch again.
Heat still blaring here at Weber Field. One of the first truly hot days here in St. Louis.
Starting to warm up here. You know that turf over there that they're playing on is going to heat up the field a little bit more. Feel for these guys wearing pants out there. As he walks Robertson. So Robertson, the 3rd base runner to reach this inning. Cardwell records his first walk of the match.
The catcher, Logan Myers.
You see a mound visit here from Evers.
And see if that is the pitching change while they talk it over with Cardwell and try to calm him down. We're going to take a break here on the GOVC Sports Network.
No pitching change to be made here as we on-look Cardwell. 3-1 count. And that one is connected. Logan Myers. Russo under it. And Russo going to make that catch. Here comes the throw into second base. He's going to let the runner advance to third. Make sure that Quentin Robertson over there at first base can advance to second. And fresh off of a mound visit from head coach Pat Evers, Sam Cardwell records this second out of this inning.
Two gone, 5-4 in the hit category for the Saints. First and third situation, a big moment for Cardwell, who's just passed 50 pitches.
Cardwell checking on the runner over there at first. A common theme that we've seen from the Griffins, getting that lead. As you see, Cardwell hasn't stepped on the mound yet, getting their lead before Cardwell steps on the rubber. Definitely a coaching strategy, a player strategy. Cardwell finds the zone on that slider. Nasty pitch in there to Blake Anderson. Anderson up the middle, under Gould's glove, so one run is going to score. We have runners rounding second and being sent home. It's going to be Robertson, stand up into home plate, and there is a triple for Blake Anderson as Macon catches the ball over there at third. A extra base hit celebration, common theme for the Griffins. They are dabbing. 2025, and we are still dabbing over here from Missouri Western as add another couple runs onto the scoreboard. It is now 4-5 in the favor of Maryville. That brings up the top of the lineup. A scary sight. Blake Veneman up to bat.
On-base machine today. He's reaching his first two plate appearances, and this is not what you want if you're Pat Evers welcoming in a 2-15 Missouri Western squad. You would not want this game to be as close as it is at this point.
No, and Jacob, we mentioned it before. Missouri Western is 3-2 all-time against Maryville, but Maryville undefeated at home against the Griffins. Have not lost here in St. Louis against Missouri Western. Hoping to not let that happen again today. As here's the pitch from Cardwell. It's going to be ball 2 to Blake Veneman. Blake Anderson over there on third. The pitch to Veneman. Watches that one go for strike one. So 2-1 count here to Veneman. Veneman gets a piece of that one. Macon looks up. And Steven Schneider is tracking that one. The lefty makes the catch in left field, and that is going to send us to the bottom of the fourth. A 3 RBI top of the fourth for Missouri Western. Score is 4-5 in favor of Maryville. We will be right back on the GLVC Sports Network.
for your Saints.
Bring you
Ambrose
back into the
Russo.
Weber baseball field. We are here at Maryville. Maryville up 1 run. The starting lineup is up to bat. Ambrose Russo in his first at-bat today, home run. Put the Saints up 1-0. Colby Deaver still on the bump.
The Griffins dugout has all of a sudden woken up a little bit.
As Ambrose pops up, you hear them yelling to the catcher that one's in fair play. And that one would have been on top of me and Jacob's head if we did not have a tent above us. Thank you to the Maryville athletic staff and anybody part of this contest helping to put this tent up. Just saved our announcers' lives as Ambrose looks at the third pitch of this at-bat.
I don't think that kills us.
Jacob, a head injury is something to be taken serious as Russo pops into shallow left. Goldefinger makes the catch.
Stepping up to the plate,
one
third
out
baseman
for the Saints.
Cameron Macon.
Brings up Cam Macon. Colby Deaver still on the bump. First pitch to Macon. Macon hits. And that one on top of the new facility over there, over on the home team's dugout. New batting practice facility installed over here at Maryville. Deaver quick pitching. A little too fast for that one, a little too high in the zone. 1-1 count. Macon swings, hits it to Goldefinger, and Goldefinger scoops and sidearms the throw to first. Retires Cam Macon. 2 batters up for Maryville. A pop out and a ground out to Quinn Gundelfinger. Cole Chrisman up to bat as we look at that sweet play from Gundelfinger. Out throws the speedy Macon. It's the first pitch to Cole Chrisman is a ball. Deaver, 2 balls, 0 strikes. Cole Chrisman up to bat. Deaver went from quick pitching to taking his time on the mound on that pitch. Chrisman gets a piece of it. Colby Deaver, the freshman, pitching a 9.22 ERA so far in 2025. Look at Deaver there, shaking off the pitch, taking his time up here, using all of the seconds that he's given to pitch. Deaver changing his delivery here. As that one gets by Chrisman. So we got a 2-2 count here. There are 2 outs, 2 balls, and 2 strikes. Expect to see a quick pitch here from Colby Deaver as Chrisman fouls that one off. Deaver changing his delivery every pitch, making sure that the Saints cannot time him up. We just saw a quick pitch. We will see another one here. And another foul ball for Chrisman. So the quick pitch delivery working. Chrisman just a little bit behind it, fouling it off, but he's staying alive. We'll see what kind of delivery Deaver goes from here. He's taking his time. Chrisman ground out to second base. That play is going to be made by Blake Anderson. So no damage done here for Maryville. Still a 1-run lead as the Griffins get another opportunity to tee off. You are watching the GLVC SN as Deaver retires. 3 batters, 3 up, 3 down.
Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Sam Cardwell's day is done and welcomes Noah Linegang, number 15. Give me the roundup on Noah Linegang, please, Kyler. As he readies for his first pitch of this top of the fifth. Ground ball, left side, Aristolte backhand across the diamond. Gets him.
Noah Linegang here. Linegang, a junior relief pitcher here from Chesterfield. He's from the St. Louis area.
A bang play at first. Thank you for the review, as always, Gavin Renfro. And Linegang gets ahead of a batter once again. Continue, Kyler.
Yeah, Linegang, familiar with the St. Louis area, went to Francis Howell High School.
Lifted Schneider in on it, and 2 outs quickly for Noah Linegang. I don't think you're going to get through these notes, Kyler.
Pitches are going fast, and they're getting outs. We already got 2 outs here.
Let's even get through it on this final batter.
Linegang playing pretty consistent here. 2 outs to begin it.
First appearance of the season for Linegang. As he delivers the first pitch, strike to Gall. Gall, the big towering home run earlier in the ballgame. Checks his swing, and they say he went. Behind 0-2, Linegang. Despite it being his first appearance of the season, it does not look like it as he is cooking 0-2. Ground ball, third base side. Macon will watch it go foul. Just a little spinner.
Definitely wanted to watch that one go foul. Gall is a speedster over here, so probably would have ran that one out. That one was a pretty weak dribble over there to the third base side. Let that one go foul. Yep, Linegang dealing so far right here, Jacob.
Attacking batters early.
I mean, he hasn't missed a pitch.
Been aggressive early in counts. He's still up 0-2 on Gall.
Stolte over there at short in the field, ready to defend.
The 0-2 from Linegang. Rip to right field. Doesn't even have to move. Camden Ruby found a barrel, but found a guy. And 3 up, 3 down. As it'll be Herget Long and Ruby when we return. Noah Linegang, excellent on the GOVC Sports Network.
Colby Deaver still dealing on the mound for the Missouri Western Griffins. Griffins down 4-5 here. We are at Maryville University. We watch Deaver warm up as we look at some stats here. Know the runs, 4-5 in the favor of Maryville. The hits and errors being at a tie. So this has been a very even contest so far. We've seen the teams register blows back and forth. And the first batter here for the Saints is Josh Herget. Herget from Imperial, Missouri, originally played at St. Louis Community College. Familiar with the St. Louis area, as we have been saying. Lots of these players are from Missouri and stay in the area to play. Herget, a community college graduate, comes here to Maryville. Hargett swings on that one and does not get a hold of it. Goes down 0-2, the starting catcher today, Josh Hargett. That one outside for Deaver. We've seen Deaver's strategy. He goes quick pitch to long ball, and he's just been changing his delivery speed. Very good strategy as he strikes out Hargett to start the bottom of the 5th inning here. Josh Hargett goes down swinging, and Colby Deaver gets another strikeout to the record. Brings up designated hitter Michael Long.
First pitch fouled off of Long. See what Long has done today. He's 1 of 2. Was a ground out victim his first time up, then recorded a hit last time around. Long has started to swing the bat better of recent. Had a slow start to the season. Spent majority of his time at the DH spot. Ground ball, third base side, and booted. We'll wait for officials' review to see if that's a hit or an error. I believe that's going to go down as an error in the book.
So the team's no longer even at air. Jackson Bryant over there at third base picks up the second error of the game for the Griffins. It's a screamer of a ball off of the bat. Just could not handle that hit from Long.
Now Camden Ruby watches ball 1. Ruby with a double his last time up. Now 1-1. Massive cut from Ruby. Runner goes. Long. Very easily gunned. Michael Long with not a great jump.
Michael Long out by a long shot on that steal attempt over there at second base. Throw beat him by a few steps there.
We see it on the broadcast again. Yeah, he was gunned pretty bang play as swung on, deep drive, right field, Taggart at the wall. See ya! Camden Ruby, double last at bat, home run on this one.
Michael Long, just one play before this, thrown out at second base. Almost a 2-run shot for Ruby. But Ruby gets this team back on the board. A 2-run lead here for the Saints as we look at that shot there by Camden Ruby.
White Tower power. Aristolte now. With 2 gone, a run scored here, 6-4 the ball game. A little bit more breathing room for Noah Linegang.
Third home run of this game so far. Second home run of the season right there for Camden Ruby. Ruby having a little bit of a slow start, has struggled from behind the plate hitting-wise, but this game, his second hit of the day resulting in a run.
And his second extra base hit. And it goes 1-1. Stolte facing Deaver. Deaver came in relief of John Stanley, who had a rough start to the ball game. Gave up 4 in the first.
Stolte wanted that one. Took an absolute rip of a swing.
And ugly swing. Almost a, oh man, I need a swing. As Stolte's retired on strikes. 1 run on 1 big blast from Camden Ruby. It'll be Brian, Gertis, and Robertson. When we return, you're watching Maryville Baseball on the GOVC Sports Network. Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network as we're going to take another look at that majestic bomb by Camden Ruby. Coils back and just launched. He knew it off the bat. Second extra base hit of the day for him. He had a double his at-bat before that. Noah Linegang back on the mound after an impressive and, dare we say, lightning-fast inning of work last time up. His parents in the stand, just sitting a few steps away from us, made a pretty good joke. Hey, nerves always when you're watching your kid perform. They said, hey, we're Catholic. We're saying a couple Hail Marys, just hoping he pitches well. Well, those Hail Marys might have come true as he was electric his first inning as first pitch, ground ball, Stolte across the diamond, and man, quick outs for Noah Linegang.
You just made the lightning quick reference, Jacob, and we have to go back to that first pitch of the inning. Linegang receives an out, so those Hail Marys definitely being listened to by somebody because Linegang has recorded an out for every batter he's faced so far. So we got a new batter. Linegang throws, and that one taken off. A piece gotten by Tyson Gertis.
That's the fourth out that we've seen Linegang get, and he's still not hit double-digit pitches yet.
Ball one of this count goes down. We're seeing a 6-4 score right now here in St. Louis. These teams, Missouri Western and Maryville, when being matched up in history, average a 6.2 runs combined per contest as that is grounded to second base. Gould makes the play, and there's the second out for Linegang. 5 straight outs for Linegang in this game, and he gets another one. It brings up Quentin Robertson up to bat, the first baseman here for the Griffins. 10 runs so far scored combined between these two teams. Still in the top of the 6th inning. The righty on lefty delivery. And that one is pieced. We're looking back at the warning track, but that one is going to be caught out there in right field by Camden Ruby.
And Noah Linegang has absolutely mowed down 6 Griffins as it'll be Schneider, Gould, and Russo, 8-9-1. Saints back up the bat, 6-4 ball game here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Hello and welcome back to this baseball game between Maryville and Missouri Western State University. Maryville currently holds a 2-run lead as they come up to bat here for the 6th time this game. This game started with an Ambrose Russo lead-off home run, followed by a Frank Gall home run. Now we've seen a 3rd home run by Maryville in their last inning, in the 5th inning. Saw a home run. So now we bring up first-time starter Steven Schneider.
Devers still dealing on the mound, nearing 60 pitches.
Devers came in the first inning after the starter, John Stanley, was not able to get out of that first inning. 4 runs allowed there. Stever delivers again to Schneider and strikes him out looking. Schneider fooled by that pitch Colby Deaver delivers another strikeout.
Baseman Andrew Gould.
Look at the final batter here in the lineup for the Saints. Freshman Andrew Gould comes up to bat.
And Gould's not had a productive day with runner in scoring position. He's left on 4 through 2 at-bats. He's come up in the same exact situation twice. Runners on second and third. Was unable to get any runs across both times. And you're kind of seeing what comes with a freshman ball player, and that you kind of have 2 true outcomes right now with Andrew Gould. Or he barrels the ball, or he's a strikeout. He's put together some really competitive at-bats this season, but there's been times when you've seen in his last 2 at-bats, he looks like a freshman out there. He looks like the guy still trying to catch up to college velocity.
Yeah, and I mean, you've seen what his older brother has done in his career, so you just have to, honestly, at this point, trust those genetics. See Bronny James in the NBA, sometimes those genetics just get you across the hump here in sports. But Gould, nonetheless, earning his spot, as we've mentioned before, a home run in 2 straight games.
And you talk about Bronny James. I think the better example there is LaMelo Ball. The third of 3 brothers is Andrew Gould. The second brother was a guy, Lonzo Ball, a guy, LiAngelo Ball. Obviously, now Jello, great rapper. Now, LaMelo's the best of the 3.
And that brings up the top of the lineup here for Maryville. Ambrose Russo up to bat. Deaver still delivering. Yeah, Jacob, good example there used for the Ball family. All 3 brothers reaching the professional sports level in some way, and now one a famous rapper.
Man, so Stanley's line, 1/3 of an inning pitched, 3 hits, 4 earned runs. Deaver since then, 5 1/3. He's given up 3 hits, 1 earned run. That 1 earned run, a long home run by Camden Ruby. The other run he gave up was the other 2 runs he's given up are unearned.
Russo fouls that one off. Deaver proving his spot should be earned on this team. Comes in the first inning, virtually getting a start, even though the team goes down 4-1. Has been earning himself, of course, 2 earned runs allowed by Deaver since he started, but nonetheless playing well. Deaver, a freshman, hoping to continue getting some good action for this Griffin squad. Pitches to Russo.
Now the count moves full. Thought it was a 2-2 count. It was a 2-1 count as Russo's fanned on strikes.
Russo strikes out that one. Deaver, the second strikeout of the inning, has been absolutely dealing. We are still sitting at a score of 6-4 here at Maryville. You are watching the GLVC SN. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Maryville University. The score still sits 6-4. We are looking at a pitching change here for the Maryville Saints. Nolan Miller, the senior, into pitch. Miller replaces Noah Linegang, who has been absolutely dealing so far. has allowed no runs while he has been pitching.
So an important question I have to ask Kyler, and I don't know if you've caught on to it. You hear a hum from the Saints dugout. That hum, that is Nolan Miller. That loud hum. We talked about it last Sunday, the big booms of Emporia State. Well, that's a Saints kind of trademark. Nolan Miller gets the hums going. Got to see who takes over the hums. Now Nolan Miller on the bump.
Yeah, definitely very interesting as we see a line drive sent over there to left field. Logan Myers starts the inning off with a hit. So first batter faced by Miller. Single, first pitch, single. So, yeah, definitely something we're going to have to monitor here, Jacob. Who takes over that responsibility? Something I'm sure this team values more than some people would think.
And the thing about Nolan Miller is he's a funny guy. He doesn't take anything really too seriously. And that was one of the first things I was told when I started working with this ball club and it was actually from Michael Gould, is you're going to find Miller funny. He's a funny guy. So hopefully he can record a good inning here.
Fun guy. Noah Miller here pitching. Blake Anderson up to bat.
Anderson, one of two for the day. 2 RBIs. That came on a bases clearing triple his last time up. Showed off a little bit of speed on the base paths. Miller up 0-2 on Anderson. Myers short lead off of first. Miller from the stretch. Anderson thought about it, but does not go. Saints still lead 8-6 in the hits column, They're tied 6-6. My eyesight failed me, but they do lead the ball game 6-4. The 2-15 Griffins have kept up with the Saints in this one as that one's lifted to center field. Russo shades left and gloves it for the first out of the inning.
Pop out there, recorded by pitcher Nolan Miller. Miller in his third appearance so far here for Maryville. Only has 3.1 innings pitched so far on the season. Recording his first out there.
Comes in relief of Noah Leingang, who on just 12 pitches got 6 outs. Was unbelievably effective in his first appearance of the season.
1 out per 2 pitches right there for Leingang in this contest.
That's a pretty good ratio, I got to say, Kyler.
Absolutely. Great ratio there by Leingang. If you could continue that for a whole game.
That's Maddox territory.
MLB numbers right there.
0-1 count from Miller facing Vinneman, the leadoff bat. As that one is skied.
One's in
No
scary
man's
territory.
land. Schneider, 2 hands, gloves it, and 2 gone.
Sunny day out here, Jacob. We are here on a bright Tuesday afternoon. So that one, all the guys in the outfield got shades on. Had to track that one down.
Spring break here for Maryville University. Not many students on campus, but Saints Nation still coming out and supporting to the best of their abilities. 2 gone for Miller after the leadoff single. Macon, backhand, across the diamond. 1 hop, and that's another infield single. Taggart reaches first.
Macon made the play over there, a backhanded snag, but was moving to his left, moving to his right, had to throw that ball off of one leg.
And that's just a tough play for any third baseman. That was my trade back in my mediocre high school ball playing days, and that's one of the toughest plays because you have to throw across your body. You can't generate a lot of rotational power. As Miller now in a dangerous spot.
You said that was your signature play when you played ball?
No, that was my position. I didn't have a signature play. There's a reason I have a microphone. I was not a good ball player.
Indeed. The hot corner, definitely a hard position to play, but you see Cam not making an error there. Still fielded the ball, just a difficult throw to make with his third start at third base so far this season.
1-0. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Herget, throw down to third. Did they get him? No, they did not. Macon gives it a second thought, throws it back to Miller.
It's Logan Myers.
That'll be a wild pitch in the book.
You see
Myers
the steal here.
As throw down, see if they got him, and he slides just in time. Great replay, Gavin Renfro. 2-0 count. Miller now runners at the corners. 6-4 ball game. Checks on the runner at first. That is Taggart.
Myers over there at third records his first stolen base of the year.
Good dirt ball read by Myers. Going to second to third. Miller deals, ball bounces in front of Herget, and that'll be a stolen base by Taggart.
It's Taggart's first stolen base of the year as well over there.
3-0 now. First base open, 2 gone for Miller. Started this inning. Miller deals. Finally finds the zone. Philip Reinhardt, the crafty lefty, up in the Saints' pen.
Gundelfinger up to bat here.
3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count now. 1 strike away from escaping this inning is Nolan Miller.
2 runners in scoring position.
6th pitch of the at-bat incoming. The pitch. Ground ball, high chopper, Macon on a hop. Does he get him? Yes, he does. Cam Macon with a heck of a play. And that will strand 2 runners. We'll see if we can get another look at that one here on the GOVC Sports Network. Macon, low hop. That's a middle infield play. A laser of a throw. And the Saints escape trouble. It'll be Macon himself, Crispin and Herget, when we return on the GOVC Sports Network. Cameron Macon, fresh off of a inning-ending play at third base, gets another crack at Deaver, who is still dealing on the mound. This is his 6th inning of work after coming in the first inning. Stanley unable to record more than 1 out. Last time out for Stanley. Did not record an out, so at least there's some form of progress. Just not the progress you'd exactly want to see as Deaver deals. Ball taken for a strike. Macon falls behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss as Macon's first out of this bottom of the 7th.
Next up for your Saints, the first baseman, Cole Crispin.
And Cole Crispin, who is a dangerous at-bat no matter who you are. Probably one of the hardest swingers on this Saints team, a D1 transfer to this program. First pitch, swung on, deep drive, left field, Gindy's at the track. And just a bow and drops it. And that's going to be an error in left field. A can of corn on the track. And when it rains, it pours for a Griffin squad who are trying to claw back into this one.
Tyson Gertis, the righty out there in left field, just misplaces that as we get another look at it.
Just misses it.
In and out of the glove. I mean, an easy play that we almost thought Crispin took out of the ballpark. Back on the warning track, and Gertis gets a little bit lazy on that one as Crispin advances to second.
I can hear my high school baseball coach as that ball gets away from Myers, advances the runner to third. I can hear my high school baseball coach yelling 2 hands. And that's why you use 2 hands, ladies and gentlemen. Kids watching at home, don't get lazy. Fundamental baseball. 1-0 count. Deaver, who has not had his defense back him up today. Third error for the Griffins as that ball's just a bit early. Looked like it was off the end of the bat of Herget.
Herget looking to add another RBI to his season total of 4.
Has 1 today. 1s across the board. Lifted left field. Gindy's another chance at life. The runner will tag though. Throw not cut off. Sacrifice fly, Josh Herget.
6th RBI of the year for Josh Herget, and Cole Crispin scores his 8th run. Maryville goes up 7-4.
First pitch, grounded foul. Another run for the Saints makes it 7-4. Fastball at 86. Past the bat of Long. Sun right in the eyes of Deaver. And 3 straight will fan Long, but not before the Saints scratch across run. 1 run on no hits, an error. Gall, Bryant, and Gerties when we return on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you back into the Weber baseball field. Maryville is fresh off of a one-run inning due to a sac fly and a score. Cole Chrisman got that run. Maryville up 7-4. We are looking at a new pitcher on the bump here for Maryville.
Philip Reinhardt, the crafty lefty, comes in at 6 foot tall. Redshirt senior out of Valmeyer, Illinois. A product of North Point High School.
Jacob Reinhardt.
Valmeyer High School, excuse me.
All good. Reinhardt, somebody who we've seen recently, if you've been with us through this weekend and through today's contest, Reinhardt did pitch here on Sunday, Sunday's doubleheader.
Reinhardt did pick up the win against Hillsdale, even though he'll say it himself, it was an undeserved win. It's one of the reasons why I'm not a big win-loss guy when it comes to pitching. He comes into this one an 11.56 ERA, well above what quality of pitcher he is this year. This is his 6th appearance. He's pitched 4 2/3 of work.
Here's the second pitch of the at-bat to Gall. Goes in there for a strike. Frank Gall, a name that you are familiar with today if you have been with us. Gall, a home run hitter for the Griffins. Took one out to left field earlier in this game. Reinhardt throws. It's Josh Herget back there, still at catcher. Going to need a timeout on that one. Looks like that ball grabbed a piece of his hand. Just got to take some time to give to Herget. And some time to feel that injury out. So we have Frank Gall up to bat, a junior, native of St. Joseph, Missouri. Stayed home in St. Joe to play for Missouri Western and to Bishop LeBlond High School.
That's part of the – so you talk about Herget taking time there. That's part of the reason it's so valuable to have Herget alongside Chewy Arnold, as the catcher position just beats you up so much, especially throughout the year. And you have those starts where your pitcher just can't throw the ball over the plate, and you're saving a ball here, you're taking a ball off the chest. It just beats you up. So giving Arnold some time off, Herget behind the dish as countdown moves even. It's just so valuable, and both Arnold's bat and Herget's bat are valuable for the Saints lineup. I think Arnold just getting the day off today after a long and strenuous weekend.
Yeah, Jacob, a valuable piece of a team is having a deep bench, a deep roster. As Frank Gall gets hit there, the lefty on a lefty throw is off for Reinhardt, and he hits the leadoff batter that he faces. So Gall is on first. Jackson Bryant up to bat. Jacob, what we were talking about, important for a team to have a deep bench, something that Maryville has. We even saw on Sunday in their doubleheader when they played Emporia State. After the game against Hillsdale, catcher Zach Leggett even got in the game. We saw a bunch of pinch hitters coming in that game. The team was tired. So just a very deep roster that this Saints team has.
In those type of games, even though it was, frankly, a blowout, there's some value in being able to get some new faces in, get some guys some first collegiate ABs, get them just reps and see what you have on your bench, because as much as fall ball is valuable in early season, spring training, and all the work you put in before the season, you don't really know what somebody is until they hit the field between the lines. So that is valuable for Evers' squad despite the result.
Bryant flies out to center. Russo's going to track it, catches it. We look at a fake tag there from Frank Gall, just reading where that ball comes in.
Stepping up to the plate, Tyson Gertis.
Tyson Gertis going to come up to bat here for the Griffins.
No, he's not. It is going to be a pinch hitter. Number 32, that's going to be Maines.
Easton Maines stepping up to bat. A pinch hitter in there for Gertis. Gertis making a little bit of a blunder back there in left field the last time that Missouri Western took the field this last bottom of the 7th inning. A routine fly ball to left field resulted in an extra bases for Cole Chrisman. Chrisman, the first baseman, ended up on second on that error. So we get a look at Reinhardt's second pickoff move of the day. So we got the
Easton Maines comes into this at bat batting 167 and OPS under 500. This is his 19th at bat of the season.
Reinhardt over to first again. Frank Gall over there on first, ladies and gentlemen. Speedster. Got to be wary of him as Reinhardt is. And Reinhardt just giving this Griffins team more looks at his pickoff move, something the lefty definitely values in his arsenal. And there is a piece by Maines, Easton Maines, a pinch hit home run. Maines comes into this game for his first at-bat and cranks a ball to left field. That is going to bring in 2. Frank Gall will come around third. Gall is going to score home. Here comes Ethan Maines, the junior.
And I think we're going to take another look at the swing.
Take a look at that pitch from Reinhardt, and Maines watches that one go over the 330-foot fence over there in left field here at the Weber baseball field.
7-6 this ball game now. After a 4 spot in the bottom of the first, it did not look like this game was going to be as close as it is. Third base coach can't come up with it cleanly.
Jacob, I almost think that we are forced to talk about this. Line gang, the last pitcher of this game, lightning quick outs. As you said, he was averaging 2 outs per pitch. He had 12 pitches and 6 outs recorded. You see Reinhardt come into this game, home run given up on the pinch hitter to Ethan Maines, as this game is a 1-run ball game still.
Nolan Miller effective in his inning, even though he worked into and out of trouble. I think some of the value is that ball skied over Cam Macon. That's going to be extra bases for Robertson. He's safe at second. Gives a little bit of swan and a little bit of a dab as the Griffins are jumping all over Reinhardt. But as I was saying, there's some value in letting Line Gang get out of this game with 2 incredibly good innings of work. As there's going to be a quick mound meeting, and that's going to be the end of the day for Philip Reinhardt. We're going to take a break as the new pitcher warms up here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Maryville University. We're in the middle of the top of the 8th inning. We are currently looking at a pitching change. There is 1 out on the board for the Maryville defense. Braden Rubel is in to pitch. A lefty-to-lefty switch. Philip Reinhardt sees the bench, only sees 1 out, 0.1 innings in his contest today. Reinhardt was taken deep by pinch hitter Ethan Maines. All of this has happened in the top of the 8th. We are back here, and now a 1-run game, something we've seen a lot happen so far in this game as Maryville gets a couple-run lead, 2 or 3, and Missouri Western comes striking back with their own offense. Still hoping to get a win, Maryville Western is. As we look at Carson Green up to bat here, another pinch hitter. The first pitch from Rubel is taken into right field. Ruby is running, and Ruby is diving. A sliding effort made there in right field. We are going to see a tag from the runner advancing from second to third, but Camden Ruby in right field stopping a potential run as we look at that play. Once again, Ruby just absolutely laying out, putting his body on the line to complete the out for brand new pitcher Braden Rubel. You know, Rubel's tipping his cap out there to Ruby. So we see Ruby doing some stretching over there in right field, making sure his body is all right after that resilient effort. As the next pitch from Rubel comes. That one a little bit outside. Camden Ruby, a beautiful sliding effort out there in right field. Here's the next pitch from the junior, Rubel. And that one almost in the dirt, but a scoop there from Josh Herget. Maryville leads by 1. The tying runner on third base. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one sent to right field, slicing, and continues slicing foul. That one is not going to be earned a hit for Blake Anderson.
Anderson 1 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs.
Rubel with the 2-1 pitch. Anderson gets a piece of it, and it's under the glove of Andrew Gould. So Rubel throws a good pitch, gets a ground out, a potential ground out from Blake Anderson, and that ball just under the glove of Andrew Gould.
And that's a ball. And that's a ball young Andrew Gould has to come up with. Just a purely, just that one hurts for the Saints.
Jacob, you were talking about it earlier. Andrew Gould, a freshman, sometimes showing that newer kind of player in him. In that situation, as we see a line drive up the middle from Blake Veneman, Anderson rounds second and is going to stay there. So we talked about it before. Gould, the freshman, on a 2-home-run streak, but making a defensive error right there.
As it has not been a day for Andrew Gould. Obviously still 4 runners left on from the plate, and now a fielding error that ties the ball game here 7-7. 10 hits for the Griffins to the Saints 6.
There's Rubel with the next one. Breaking ball a little bit low in the zone. Starts off with a ball here. It's Anthony Taggart up to bat. The back pick from the lefty. Rubel goes into center field. Gould couldn't handle that one. And that one is going to advance Blake Anderson. So that ball, as Gould looks into his glove, slips out of the grasp. 2 straight plays for the freshman Andrew Gould, resulting in runners advancing. The last one resulting in the tie game here that you are seeing. Missouri Western 7, Maryville 7. Runners on second and third. So we see the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss there from Taggart.
And a disastrous top of the 8th for the Saints, giving up 3 runs now and the lead.
Rubel. That one little low as well.
2-1 count now for the lefty to the righty and Taggart.
4th time we're seeing Rubel this year. Grabs another ball in this count on that one. So we're going to look at a 3-1 count here for the junior, Braden Rubel.
Last time we saw Rubel was on March 7th versus Emporia State. He also pitched against Saginaw and Central Missouri.
Taggart gets a hold of that one. Schneider running in left field, and he's going to grab that one to send Maryville back to the dugout. A little bit of damage done. 1 run scored as the ball game is going to result in a tie game here in the bottom of the 7th. We will see you as we come back on the GLVC Sports Network. Welcome back here to Maryville University. Kyler Messenger here. Besides me, Jacob Walton. We are looking at a tie ball game here. Missouri Western 7, Maryville 7. We are looking at a bottom of the 7th inning where Missouri Western scored a run. But we're going to look at a replay here from the last inning as you see a fly ball to right field and Camden Ruby with a sliding, resilient effort out there in right field, holding an out there for his new pitcher, Braden Rubel, who Maryville brought in the last inning. We are here looking at a brand new pitcher here.
And not only a new pitcher, but a slew of defensive changes for the Griffins as the full battery changes. Number 22, Carson Green goes behind the dish. The man he will catch is Lou Levy. In left field goes Easton Maines. We saw him pinch hit earlier.
Jacob, we just saw Easton Maines come in and pinch hit in that last inning. And take Reinhardt deep as Ruby watches that ball go for another ball. So Philip Reinhardt comes in the game for Maryville, and then Easton Maines, a pinch hitter, takes him deep to left field. An unfortunate event for Maryville. Ruby, fresh off of a hot defensive play, steps to bat with a 2-1 count.
2-1 count now for Ruby, who has a home run today already and a double.
Ruby watches that one go. A hitter's count, 3-1 here to Ruby. And Ruby's going to take his walk. Another on-base appearance for Camden Ruby. Now, it is the bottom of the 8th. If this game continues to be a tie, we are going to see a bottom of the 9th. Perchance another at-bat for Camden Ruby. Jacob, Ruby has a home run on the day, a double, now a walk. So Ruby, if we made a player of the game, has to be the player of the game for the Saints so far. We saw that diving catch in right field.
Bunt squared around by Aristolte as he doesn't like the strike call. Continue what you're saying, Kyler.
Yeah, we're just seeing a great game here from Ruby, somebody who hasn't necessarily had a great season. Camden Ruby, a veteran to this roster, a senior from Aurora, Illinois, just hasn't been batting. Is batting under 100 as Stolte lays that bunt down. Beautifully placed in front of the catcher, and Stolte is going to fielder's choice to first base. Stolte, a beautiful bunt, gets the job done. Ruby advances to second. So
Stolte gets a pitcher-perfect sacrifice bunt.
As we were saying, Jacob, Ruby batting a 0.87 on the season before this game. Coming in batting under 100, but this game improving that immensely.
And we will see no more Steven Schneider. It is now number 31, Dom Sharp. Pat Evers looking to the experience on the bench.
See Schneider, righty hitter and lefty thrower out there in left field, be replaced here by Dom Sharp, a lefty. So a right-handed pitcher, Sharp a right-handed batter. Saints hoping to capitalize on this opportunity that they're blessed with. They're placed with a runner on second, Sharp up to bat and 1 out due to Stolte's sacrifice bunt.
Lou Levy still on the mound, facing the lefty.
Sharp gets a hold of that one, but it's going to go foul. Lou Levy, also a junior, comes from Indian Hills Community College. Getting the 8th inning start here. And the pitch to Sharp. Sharp gets a hold of it, goes foul again. This time the opposite side, takes that one opposite left field and hangs it foul. See Camden Ruby, our unofficial 8th inning player of the game.
Still a lot of baseball to be played as this game is tied at 7-7.
That one outside for Sharp. Lou Levy stepping up to pitch. Sharp gets another hold of that baseball.
Good luck to the Saints trying to find that one.
That one definitely sent into the trees. Lots of trees here. The Lorax would be happy with the sights out here at the Weber baseball field. And that off speed almost finds the zone. You hear the gasp from the traveling Missouri Western fans out here at Maryville. So we look at a full count here to Dom Sharp. Here's the pitch. Sharp lifts that one up the middle, and you're going to see Ruby round third base. Ruby standing up, the throw in to second base. So we see Frank Gall out there in center. Looks like he was going to come throw home and try to gun Ruby down, but just misplaces that ball under the glove out there in center. Dominic Sharp comes in for a pinch hit RBI single up the middle.
And the Saints all of a sudden have a lead with Noah Harbin, their closer, up in the pen. They'll look to close it out in the top of the ninth now with an 8-7 lead. Andrew Gould now up to bat, looking to change his fortunes after a rough day today.
There's Gould looking for his third straight game with a home run. And the streak is still alive as we look at a pickoff move to Dom Sharp from Lou Levy. 6'3" Levy pitching to the 5'10" Gould.
Hey, we'll give him 5'11".
Yeah, whatever you say. I just listen to the stats, man. They say Kevin Durant's 7 feet, too. I believe that one, though.
No, they say 6'10" for Kevin Durant. He's really 7 feet.
Right, you're right.
He didn't want to play center.
First baseman holding on Sharp. Levi picks off again.
Not wanting to let Sharp get into scoring position after already giving up the go-ahead RBI.
Look at the stat sheet. Excuse me, Jacob. You look at the stat sheet. Dominic Sharp, somebody who has not stolen a base so far in this year. So Levi concerned about him over there. Picks him off twice. Sharp was caught stealing in his one attempt. So we see another pitch to Andrew Gould. Levi delivers. Gould fouls that one off. So we see a goose fly by on this field. Hopefully not dropping anything behind him on the Weber baseball field. Beautiful turf here. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And Lou Levy is about to deliver the next pitch.
Still dancing with Sharp at first. You hear the hums from Nolan Miller in the Saints dugout, almost rhythmic hums this time around.
You wonder if, we were talking Jacob earlier about what they're going to do when he came to the mound. Who was going to be hunging? And, well, Miller back to the bench after just one inning of pitching. So you wonder if that was a pitching change or maybe just a aura change. They needed to get a little more energy back on the sidelines, so they pulled Miller to get those hung chants back. Gould fouls another one off. Andrew Gould, a freshman here, faces a 1-2 count and lines that one into left field. There is the first hit of the game for Andrew Gould. Advances Dom Sharp onto second base. Gunderfinger throws that one in. You hear the snaps. Ambrose Russo coming up to bat.
That's the third straight game with a hit for Andrew Gould. He was 1 for 1 yesterday, or not yesterday, Sunday against Emporia State, then 1 for 4 against Hillsdale. Sixth hit of his young career, as they're going to go chat with Levy on the mound. See if that's just time to give a bullpen piece time to get hot or if it's a pitching change.
Head coach Damian Stamberski heading over to the mound to at least give a check on Levy. Stamberski was named head coach in 2023. This is his second season with the program. Third head coach in Missouri Western State history. Jacob, something interesting between these two teams. Both of the head coaches, both of the head managers have coached at the University of Central Missouri before. Stamberski was an assistant and recruiting coordinator at UCM from 2014 to 2020.
As that's going to be the end of the day for Levy, we're going to take a break as the new pitcher gets hot here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Back at Maryville University, Kyler Messenger. Next to me, Jacob Walton. We are streaming here on the GLVC Sports Network. Jacob, we are seeing a pitching change being made by the Missouri Western Griffins.
Coming into the ball game now, number 40, Jason Shorb, comes in at 5'10", 205, a redshirt freshman. He's back in his hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. He'll try to get the final 2 outs of this inning. Saints have already taken an 8-7 lead. He went to Rockwood Summit High School. Probably played against some of the Saints back in his high school days. Saints do recruit heavily within the St. Louis region, as he'll face the top of the order in Ambrose Russo. He is first at bat. Kyler, if you don't remember, was a bomb and a spot for him to get another RBI here.
Yeah, Russo in his first at-bat took John Stanley deep, the starting pitcher here for Missouri Western.
And you got to wonder, if Stanley doesn't give up that leadoff bomb, what does his day look like? Just, it's so demoralizing. First man you see, gone. And it was not a small home run either. He's going to wake up with a sore neck from watching it go over the right field wall. As it's 1-1 now for Shorb to Russo.
Runners on first and second here for the Saints. Still only 1 out. As Russo swings and misses on the off-speed. Did not connect on that one. If he got that one back, I'm sure he would take it.
And Russo is kind of one of those unique lefties in that he hits lefties just as well as he hits righties. So bringing in the righty Shorb is just a best guy available decision.
Russo gets contact on that one, taken out of the field of play.
And it also plays into Cameron Macon, who's on deck. The righty. Quality lefty arms out of the bullpen are hard to find at the Division II level.
Here's the pitch from Shorb. That one going to hit the dirt, or the turf, you could say.
Yeah, no, I have the same thing when I call these games. I'm used to a dirt field.
Yeah.
So kind of saying in the dirt, it feels wrong. It's right, but it's wrong.
Yeah. What do you consider it down? That ball's down in the black
turf.
pellets on the ground?
It's all turf.
Right.
It's just different colored turf. 2-2 count.
Russo
stay there.
fouls that one off.
A little bit of levity in a relatively tight ball game. But yeah, no, like throughout this whole season, my first turf field, I've wondered that. How How do the pros deal with that when it's a turf field? I still call it the dirt.
Yeah, is Toronto Blue Jays, are they play on turf?
I think they don't have AstroTurf anymore. They used to. They were one of the first teams to have AstroTurf.
I was looking at a full count to Russo. Just one more note here, Jacob. Have you seen the new MLB hats? Have you seen the new format for the hats?
They're awful.
They're
just awful.
They look terrible. They only look good for one team, being the Chicago Cubs, because the C lines up in Chicago as the 3-2 pitch is delivered. And that one's going to be a walk for Ambrose Russo. So, something we mentioned earlier, Jacob, Maryville has been loading the bases recently. They do it for the first time today.
First time today, and Cameron Macon in a massive spot. Macon 0 for on the day. He does have a walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. No better time than the present with the bases juiced, one gone, to make his mark. Or dare I say, make the bacon.
Yeah, no, let's not say that one. Is Macon fouls that one almost off the helmet.
Looks like it got ear hold a little bit. He's going to take a second.
How about making bacon?
Yeah,
the bacon is a little...
That was the phrase I was looking for there, Kyler. You said that. I think you said that Sunday at one point. I was pretty impressed with that one. I hadn't made that connection yet.
And we look at the replay on this one. Scary sight for Cam. Good thing helmets are regulated here in the Division II collegiate baseball level, as they are on every level of baseball. So we see a swing and a miss from Cam Macon. So Maryville still up 8-7. Bases loaded, but Macon goes down 0-2.
Now choke up and protect for the Saints' third baseman. Shorb trying to escape trouble.
Macon pieces it to right. If that dropped, would have scored multiple, but unfortunately, that one did not drop. Foul ball.
Shout out Noah. Shout out Harbin. Just didn't even try to field that ball in the bullpen. Just watched it go on by.
Cameron Macon winds up for another 0-2 pitch here from Shorb.
Uncompetitive. Gotta wonder if he's going to go back to off speed here. He had one that it looked like Russo just got under.
Sharp on third, Gould on second, Russo on first. Cam Macon watches a high fastball go by. Count is still 2-2.
Massive spot for the Saints team. They could give Noah Harbin a lot of insurance here with one swing. 8-7 the ball game.
Macon strikes out looking. So bases loaded situation for brand new pitcher Jason Shorb, and he makes that at-bat count. Strikes out the number 2 batter in the lineup.
But hey, that brings up Cole Chrisman, and last time he came up with the bases loaded, fireworks. Figuratively, no fireworks here at Weber Field, but did hit a grand slam last time with the bases juice. See if he can do it again. Watch it, strike one, as you were going to probably say, Kyler.
Yeah, we see Gould on second base. Chrisman up to bat. The two both hit a grand slam in Maryville's recent 15-10 win against Hillsdale. Chrisman would love to do that again. Takes a near check swing, an aggressive cut there, Jacob.
You know what Chrisman's mindset is right now. It's go yard. He wants to put a ball on the soccer field.
Go yard or go home. The 0-2 pitch for Chrisman in the turf.
Chrisman, one of the strongest players on this Saints ball club.
Here's the pitch. Chrisman swings, and that one's going to end the inning. So 3 runners stranded on the bases, and Jason Shorb gets out of the bottom of the 8th untouched. Maryville leads 8-7, and we will see you in the top of the 9th on the GLVC Sports Network.
Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Noah Harbin, the Saints closer, in on this one, an 8-7 ball game. As the first man he will face is Quinn Gundelfinger, the shortstop. On deck, Frank Gall, who had a home run in this game, and Jackson Bryant, the third baseman. Saints looking to pick up a win in a Tuesday midweek versus the visiting Missouri Western Griffins. The Griffins came into this one 2-15, looking to make it 3-15, while the Saints look to move to 7-7 on the year as they head into GOVC play this weekend as they welcome in Missouri S&T. Harbin has had some quality appearances this year. His first pitch. Out of the zone. The 1-0. 85 for a strike.
Mentioned Harbin having some good stats so far this year. We've seen him in 4 games, Jacob. We've seen him post 3 strikeouts. Has allowed a couple extra base hits.
Rip past through the right side, corralled by Ruby. It's a leadoff single for Quinn Gundelfinger.
Jacob, we do have some field substitutions here in the potential last inning of the game. We have a catching change. Matt Chewy Arnold is back there behind the dish. Josh Hergert, the former catcher, has moved to first base. And that puts Cole Chrisman out there in right field. Chrisman just fielded that ball, moves from first to right, and Hergert moves from behind the dish to first base. We're going to see Pat Evers visit his Saints squad right here after an opening single. Missouri Western, a team looking for only their 3rd win of the season. Picked up their last win in the last game that they played. And the only one before that was in February, on February 2nd, when they beat Harding 11-9. Their most recent win this Sunday when they played Northeastern State and beat them 13-11 at their home field. We are back here in action of play at Weber Baseball Field. Noah Harbin is pitching. The former home run hitter in this game, Frank Gall, up to bat.
Frank Gall with his first look at Harbin after the mound meeting. Squares around a bunt, pulled back for a ball.
You see Macon over there on third base just creeping up slowly. He was ready for that bunt. Head coach Damian Stamberski over there on third base.
2-0. Harbin falls behind Gall.
Not the count you want to see if you're a Saints fan watching here with us. 3-0 right after a mound visit from Evers. Runner on first and no outs recorded here. Here's the pitch from Harbin.
And walks him on 4 straight as Harbin has worked himself into trouble with a 1-run lead. Looks like an arm's getting hot and ready in the Saints pen.
Jackson Bryant comes up to bat here for the Griffins, the starting third baseman, a junior. In their last game that the Griffins did win against Northeastern State.
Looks like Griffin King getting hot in the pen. Bunts pulled back from Bryant.
Bryant, the second straight batter to show bunt. Bryant had 2 doubles in their last game against Northeastern State, looking to add onto that extra base as you have 2 runners on.
Harbin, bunt, popped up. Chewy Arnold, what a sliding attempt. 1 gone.
You see head coach Damian Stamberski take his helmet off, shows a little bit of frustration over there on third base in a bunt situation.
We're going to take another look at it. Great defensive effort from Arnold. Heads up intuition. That's why the Saints brought him back into this ball game, as Easton Maines now with the tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first. Harbin. Ground ball. Third base side just torched.
Maines coming into this game ready to swing his first at-bat. A pinch hitter resulted in a home run, tying the ball game up here earlier in this match. So we look at Maines up again and is swinging on the first pitch. We see that last at-bat there, a pop-out bunt. Just one of the worst situations for a coach. Stamberski visibly upset after that pop-up bunt.
The 0-1. Ground ball, left side, Stolte across the diamond. 2 gone.
Cross the body throw by Stolte, and we're going to have to check over here on Easton Maines to make sure he's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at a replay on that Stolte dive. Stolte on that play backhands it and cross body throws over there to first base. A beautiful defensive play by Stolte.
As now the Saints are 1 out away. Noah Harbin worked himself in and out of trouble thus far. Facing Quentin Robertson, the first baseman. Arnold chases back the runners. Macon is not holding on. Gundelfinger at third. Shifted slightly pull side is the defense. Harbin deals. Foul ball. 1-1 count now.
2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 9th. Tying run on third. Go-ahead run on second base.
Harbin. Saints getting behind him.
We got 2 outs here.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 count now. One and two, 1 strike away from Harbin. Asking him to hurry in the pitch com. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Noah Harbin works into and out of trouble. Picks up the save here in the top of the 9th. Saints win this one 8-7. Dixieland delight here at Weber Baseball Field.
An absolute show out from the Maryville Saints and the Missouri Western Griffins here. Multiple home runs as Pat Evers defeats the Griffins. We saw a home run from Camden Rubin, a sliding catch from Camden Rubin in right field. A great pitching effort here from Maryville. So they take their 7th win of the season.
And the Griffins will fall to 2-16. The Saints now even it up at 7-7. And they will head into GOVC play on a good note. They will welcome in Missouri S&T Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here to Weber Baseball Field. But Saints win today. Final score once again 8-7. Missouri Western 11 hits to the Saints 8. Both teams with 3 errors. Defense was a struggle on both sides. But for Jacob Walton, for Kylan Messenger, for Gavin Renfro, and for everybody on the GOVC SN staff here at